Hey guys, welcome to Hello Podcast. I'm here joined with Tony, my right-hand man, Adam, which has been my friend for years, and Dax. I'm so excited that you guys are here.
Welcome.
I've been waiting for this for a long time, so.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here.
How many times have we talked about doing an episode together? It's probably been like 4 years, Angelina. 4 years to get to this moment.
I mean, listen, I never met you in person, Dax, but I've spoken to you so many times throughout the years.
No,
because you're an LA guy.
I'm an LA guy, and I think I've met I met Snooki and Mike and a bunch of people, but never you personally.
Wow. Well, we have to change that. One day I'll meet you in person.
Angelina, Dax, by the way, was the first celebrity that I think was again. You were new to becoming a celebrity.
I love how you're calling me a celebrity right now.
Yeah, no, you were. But at the time,
I don't even consider myself that. But since you're saying it, I mean.
But when we first met, the show Jersey Shore was the biggest show in the world. I mean, you guys, were paparazzi were chasing you around. You were as big a star I've never seen. In fact, I've been doing this now 15 years. I've never seen anything like it when the Jersey Shore was around, and we were chasing you around. You were the first celebrity whose phone number I got while working.
How did I even get how did that even happen?
We met at a music festival in Long Island. It was a Saturday, and it was like random music acts. And I was at the time I was working for a company, TMZ, and they sent me there to see what you could get. You were there, and you were very nice. And I have to say, you were super cool, very chill. I very appreciate how kind you were. And I kind of was chasing you around, and here, let's exchange numbers. And you've always been very good as far as me picking up anytime I call you, you'd always pick up the phone. Even if I were to FaceTime you, you'd always pick up the FaceTime.
I know. I remember that.
But if I ever tried to make plans with you, you were terrible. You were just always like.
That sounds right.
It sounds about right.
Even today, you're an hour late.
I'm sorry. Don't take it personally. I'm fucking the worst.
It's so bad. We
sorry,
Angelina, come on the podcast. Yeah, I'll do it. And then all of a sudden, once we need you, you just.
And then life happens.
No,
he wants to be there.
Yeah.
I do. No, I don't mean it like I suck. I suck at that. At least I can admit that I do suck when it comes to that.
Well, I remember I think we had you lined up, and then I don't know if there was a breakup or something that happened.
Oh, yeah,
it was damn it took this long to get aligned, and then it all went to hell.
Well, that is exactly what happened. It was a breakup, and for me,
right.
I don't know why I'm such an emotional person. I'm a Cancer sign. I don't know if you guys believe in that, but I am an emotional human, and it's kind of up because I wish I wasn't so emotional where I would just be like, you always say to me,
well, you got one mode, so if something's going on, you could only be in that mode and you can't do the other thing.
It's screwed. I need to get out of that. I don't know how to do it, but you're trying to teach me. Tony's guiding me. Thank God for him because
How'd you guys connect?
We've known each other for years. I did music with him years ago.
Yeah.
So you put her music out?
We did a song back in the day. Did
with Tiffany Fox and.
Oh yeah, we did a song.
Do you remember her?
We did a song after that with Tiffany Fox, Tierra Marie.
From Love and Hip Hop.
Sure.
Yeah, and then she came back to do the podcast. I jumped on as a producer. We started managing, started doing the co-hosting, and just kept going.
So wait, when you guys did music, how did your music do? Did it do well?
It charted on Billboard for dance charts.
Yeah, the freaking
so when it charts
hot?
on Billboard, that's an awesome. To me, that's pretty cool. But is that actually good? Did you make money off it?
I didn't make no money. The I'm Hot song was not with Tony, unfortunately. But
you only make them really on the back end because that's it. Because they play in the clubs for the dance charts, so it's whatever the play goes, and then the fact that it's playing in a location, you get a percentage of that, and then
that's it. But you don't make anything for charting. I mean, to me, when
I got ripped off.
You do a lot, but the deal she had with the person was not great, and that's why
he made all the fucking iTunes money. But wait, I'll never forget. I was in Staten Island. I was in the Staten Island Mall, where I used to always just walk around and go shopping. And I was in something called Joyce Leslie. It's the biggest store in there. And I was putting on my pants, and on the speaker, I heard I'm hot, so hot, and I'm like, what the? I'm like, my song's on the radio right now, but it was on every radio station.
That was not the song that I did.
No, that was but if you look
just want to separate myself there.
I know, thank God. But that song is catchy, but we never did a music video for it. Obviously, me and you didn't do that.
That was back in the day before the internet was as big as it was.
Yeah.
So it got a lot of attention.
It got so much attention. I'm like, what the hell? And then I was on Hot 97 from it.
But I've always wanted to ask, did you regret walking off in that first season because that show became the biggest show on the planet? And I just sat there and said, God damn it, Angelina, what were you thinking?
I was a moron, honestly. I don't know what I was thinking. I was a young moron. I literally am the beetle that left. I consider that. Like, that's what I call myself, unfortunately. I lost millions, okay? While they were on the up and up, I came back, but like when I came back, it was just the most craziest thing. The way that they were like, well, we're big celebrities and you're not. It was hard to deal with, but I was almost there the whole entire time in Miami. I left like a week shy of wrapping. I should have just stayed. And that was stupid of me again. And then third season, Dina came in. But I got to tell you, for the Jersey Shore family vacation, I'm killing it. I am like, I'm not leaving.
She's missed
vacation. How much do you think you honestly lost out on money-wise leaving that show too early? A couple times.
I would have to say, because the third season, like, so the second season, we were making like, what, $15,000 an episode? And then, like, at that time, Snooki, Paulie, and Mike were making more. But
not even that money. It's the advertisement. It's the money that behind the money.
Right.
Yep, all the deals and stuff.
The other things you can make because of it.
Correct. So I must have lost out on like,
Millions.
I would say like $6 million.
Jesus.
Yep.
Angelina.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I did go on that show Couples Therapy on VH1, but I made shit for that. And I just kept like myself alive a little bit, but then I did become an EMT for the fire department. I wanted to help people.
Was that hard for you, by the way, going back to working a regular job?
It was so hard. But it was like, it humbled me a lot, you know?
Sure.
It definitely humbled me. I saw a lot of crazy shit, and it definitely made me grow up a lot. And I'm thankful I did it in a way. And then all of a sudden I'm on the treadmill in LA Fitness in Staten Island, and I see Sally Ann Solzano calling me, and I'm like, what the hell is she calling me for? She's the owner of my show. The owner of the 495 Productions. And I almost fell off the treadmill because they were rebooting the show. Mm-hmm. And she wanted to know if I wanted to come back. And she's like, there's good news and bad news. I said, well, what's the bad news? She's like, they don't want to pay you. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, here we go again. And then I was like, what's the good news? She's like, well, we want to see how it goes. I was like, all right, let me figure it out. Let me just think about it a little bit. And then the next day I called her and I said, I want to do it. And I flew to Miami, and the rest was history.
Yeah. Which led to the most awkward shot in Jersey Shore history of you at the door.
I don't understand what the that was. Like, we've never shot anything like that, and that was like so weird. They were like, all right, we're gonna go from this angle and this angle.
They just got too excited about it, and they just did the strangest shit.
I've never seen that before. Like, we've never filmed like that ever, and like we still talk about it and we laugh about how it's like, oh yeah, you're a dirty little hamster. Like, Mike, you didn't know I was coming in? Come on, bro.
Yeah, did they have a heads up that you were coming back?
Well, Paulie invited me, and like,
like the guys knew, or no?
Well, yeah, the guys knew supposedly, and Mike didn't. Who the fuck knows? You know, but it was funny when the girls walked in. Though they were not happy.
Well,
that was honestly some of the best TV. I loved watching Jersey Shore. I mean, really some of the best reality TV I've ever watched in my entire life. There's nothing that compares.
What do you think about it now? What do you think, honestly?
Honestly, I don't watch it as much anymore. I used to be obsessed, and then just over the years, I don't find myself watching much TV in general, honestly.
Is that like a thing? Like, everybody our age just doesn't watch TV anymore? Or is it because we got older and it's not as much anymore and like stuff like that?
And maybe it was
sorry to say it like that, but
I was into the drama back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was younger. I was into the like crazy shit. Now I'm like watching stupid ass documentaries and stuff. I'm like, I don't know what's happened to me. I'm old.
I just don't.
Hey, that's what happens.
The
when we get
audience
older.
maybe grew out of the show, but there's also a new audience that is still like finding it new.
Right.
Honestly, I just don't watch MTV anymore. I forget about MTV. Besides Jersey Shore, there's not really that, as far as I know, any new content on there. So it's a network that I just don't rely on anymore.
It's Paramount now, right? Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
Angela, let me tell you how much of a Jersey Shore fan I am. We have our koi fish named after cast members. Like, I have a Snooki fish.
No, you don't.
I have a JWoww fish.
Right now, they're alive still?
I swear to God. Well, they're koi fish, so they live forever.
Oh, they're huge.
And
yeah,
they're
they live
massive.
forever.
And it was funny because the orange one is Snooki, because remember her tan was so crazy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So I named the orange one Snooki, and then I have Situation because it looks like he has little black things on his back that look like abs. I mean, that's how much of a fish, art fish. That's how much of a Jersey Shore lover I am.
Is there an Angelina fish?
No,
that's the question.
No, because she left, so I didn't have.
Thank you. You sound like Mike the Situation. He's like, your chicken died. I'm like, my chicken died, you mother. Like, yeah, out of all the chickens you have in your backyard, Mike, mine just died. Like,
chicken died.
I was like, I'm going to go buy this kid a chicken and just leave it on your doorstep. Asshole. Guy.
I'm just more impressed Dax has koi fish. Look at you got that koi
You know, I
fish
have
money.
koi fish too, Dax. I have koi fish.
Classy.
Wait,
Are they named after TMZ cast members?
No, no. Vinny pissed in my pond, and then the koi fish came back alive. I don't understand how that even happened.
Brought it back.
Literally, because we thought they were dead, and so I have a little pond in my backyard, the house I'm gonna sell and whatever. And there's 3 of them, and we literally, I didn't see any fish for like 2 years. He pissed in it, and then all of a sudden it's like they resurrected.
Oh.
I guess his piss is that like great.
I was going to say, I'm like, what is he drinking and eating that's causing fish to resurrect?
I actually asked him for a sperm like the other day.
What? We're serious?
What?
I
did. I really did.
Would you use this sperm?
What did he say?
When Sammy said that she was pregnant, because now it's out there and I can say it, he looked at me because we're the last ones left that don't have kids.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, you. I was like, you see, you're not doing the right thing. And everyone's like, see, you guys should have a baby because the world wants it, right? Everybody wants Vinny and I to be together. I don't even need to like, you, dude. Just, jerk off in a cup. Just give me your, I literally gave him a cup the other day at Medieval Times.
That's nice of you. You know.
So you expect him to do it at Medieval Times?
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
else would you do at
There's a
Medieval
million
Times?
bathrooms in there. Just put on your knight in shining armor that we were wearing and just go jerk off in a cup. It's fine.
Were you filming at Medieval Times or were you guys just there?
Yeah, we were filming there.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys just no, we're at Medieval Times and just go.
Who the hell goes there? No one, I don't know. I haven't been there since I was 12.
I got a gift certificate there one time. Actually, 2 years ago, and I actually went. I had a good time.
I thought it was like Chuck E. Cheese, for us. It's just funny when they said.
You know what's so sad? I didn't even tell you this. I actually reached out to the GMs of Medieval Times recently on LinkedIn. And I was like, I want to make Medieval Times really cool. I want to bring influencers to Medieval Times. And I want to bring celebrities to Medieval Times. I want to make it
fuck?
What did they say?
They didn't respond. But I thought it'd be
No,
really
thank
cool.
you.
I think it'd be really
what?
fun to bring more influencers to Medieval Times.
Well, they were good with us being there.
Influencers weren't around in Medieval Times. That's the problem.
Yeah, they were like, no, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Wait,
right.
we even got to go on the sands, in the little ring.
Sure.
And I had a sword, and I had to sword fight this guy, and I fucked him up. I was sword fighting this guy, and he was like, "All right, enough." And my sword was breaking everywhere, and everyone's like, "Angelina, relax." I'm like, I just need a punching bag. Sorry, dude. And it was just funny.
I'm sorry. Medieval Times is dope. I went a couple years ago. The whole just the only thing I can't get into is just eat like an animal. They don't even give silverware. Just dig into the meat.
Oh, I know. I had the chicken in front of me. I'm like,
but it's good.
Where's
it's good
the fork?
Food.
Yeah, and the tomato soup was good too. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good experience. I love cheering people.
What the fuck?
I get
This
really into
conversation
it.
right now.
Yeah, I start heckling. I get really into it. Wait, you're currently filming right now?
We just started. Yeah,
I just started.
Are you able to
What?
talk about that?
What?
This at Medieval Times?
Well, let's not talk about everything with it. You could say that Sammy's pregnant because she just admitted it.
Right, but you just talked about Medieval Times.
Who cares?
I care.
We could talk about Medieval times. I didn't get into it.
Okay.
We're not going to say everything else.
I just make sure.
Times?
Yeah, why are they not responding to you?
Listen, I'll just go for it. Yeah, hook me up with Medieval Times. Let's do it.
Hook you up. There
You
you
got
go.
that in?
I got that in now.
hook up.
I mean, they were loving me over there.
She's head wedged there.
Yeah,
There you go.
thank you for that.
Fucking night one and shit. I was loving it. Right.
How close are you guys off camera? Do you guys talk a lot?
We do. We do now.
Do you
Yeah.
have do you have a big group text or?
I'm not
what is
on
it
some of them, but I'm on a few.
I'm sure there's a bunch of different group texts going on.
I know. Sometimes I feel a little bit left out, but you know what? I just was it's better that my phone doesn't die and shit. But I am on a big one. I'm on 2 of them. One with all the producers and the whole cast, and one that's with just the cast.
Do you want with just the girls?
We do. I just remember that with just the girls.
And would you ever just hang out with Nicole? Just you?
I
and her?
love Nicole. We actually hung out a few times without cameras. Me, Nicole, and Dina.
Who are you closest to?
I would say Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say Nicole. I love Dina too. I think it's just us 3. I'm closest to both of them, but Nicole, I would say the most.
Is just Sam just because maybe a distance thing, or she just kind of separated herself, or?
No, I love Sam. I think when she came back, we had a little tiff, but we're over that now. I'm very happy for her.
But look, when you say tiff, is that an on-camera tiff, or is that off-camera as well?
I didn't know what the hell was going on. It was a lot. It was both, with that TikTok shit that she did. with the football player's wife. I'm like,
That was wild.
it was only I slid in the freaking football player's DMs for the show. You think I want to fuck your husband, bro? Like, your husband's like a nobody on the Jets.
Yeah.
The guys that were actually DMing me back were like the big shots on the Jets. Like, not your husband, girl. Like, she was like, I saw her shower curtain so much in her fucking TikToks that I was like getting annoyed. Like, can you get out of your bathroom with the shower curtain? It was annoying. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're
I
talking
was like,
about.
they didn't see it. They said me put that watching.
No idea. I was like,
There was all right.
like I said, I
This
don't watch
girl that
MTV.
is married to a Jets player was pissed at me saying I was trying to fuck her husband.
She DM'd a bunch of them. So one came back and was like, "What are you doing hitting my guy?" And she's like, "I hit up everybody. It wasn't a serious thing."
Because it was like part of like, I was like, oh, see you soon. Like with the little like.
She was
smile.
messing around.
I was
Yeah.
like, I did that with Mike in the cornhole league,
Yeah.
and like everyone was like, fucking great. Like, and now this girl, I guess her husband goes back to her and is like, oh, babe, like, Angelina from the Jersey Shore is like in my DMs, and she's like, what the fuck? And then like she went off.
She was making a moment for herself.
She was literally using my name to
Yeah.
like blow herself up. I'm like,
sure.
girl, your husband has never been so famous until like you started talking shit about me. Like, I'm not trying to be a bitch. He's like second string.
So much drama with these people, Dax. I'm like, I can
Like,
never
you're on
be a
the
reality
practice squad,
star.
bro. Like, give me a break.
My
By the
life
way,
is so
Angelina,
chill.
who on the cast that you're like, oh, they're great. I just have never had like a true like connection. Because I have people that like I see every day.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, I get along with them, but like probably wouldn't hang out with them outside of a work environment.
I don't really know. I've grown to have different relationships with all of them.
Yeah.
Jenny and I are closer than ever right now, which I love it. It's her birthday today. I'm like, happy 40th, bitch. You don't look a day over 30. And I'm like, you're the sister I never had and I never wanted, but I got you as an older sister, which I love. We used to go like toe to toe, me and her. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But now I can actually say I would hang out with her off camera. Like,
So what changed that? That's what I want to like. How was it? Just being around each other long enough? Was there something that happened that people like accepted? Like what accepted you back into their lives? Because I remember watching, and there was a lot of like walls up for quite a while.
Oh yeah, for like 7 years.
That's what I'm saying. So what changed? What ended up like breaking down those walls?
I would say just everything that's been happening, especially with me taking a DNA test, finding out my dad wasn't my dad. I think it definitely made the cast realize I am going through serious shit. And, it's not easy with mental health. And, I'm a human being. We're all getting older, and like you have to really think about like your health and your mind, especially at our age. So I think they kind of let up on me a little bit, like more now. Especially,
it does seem like they're trying to support you.
Yeah, supporting is definitely something that they're doing now, which I'm very happy about that. I want to keep it that way. I don't know if the producers are that happy because they're like, Angelina's not the drama, but there's always drama in my life, even without the cast. Like I can't even walk down the street without something happening to me. So I'm like, don't worry, producers, you'll get it. It doesn't really take much for me,
So dramatic. You are such a good reality star. I can't keep up. It is so much
Literally,
drama.
like, I don't know how it happens, right? It just happens. You're involved, like, with all my shit.
I just put her in different situations and just kind of just film it and just watch her go, and it's just gold.
I mean, I don't know why I don't have a dating show. I would be making guys cry. Not on purpose. It would just happen.
But you always date the same type of dude.
Yeah, I'm over that.
Yeah, she does.
It's always the same guy. It's
What
like,
the fuck?
It's honestly,
Come on.
It's the same guy. They all the same sort of like
Ugh.
what union they're in.
I'm
Look,
so over it. I'll
don't
never
know.
do this again. I'm going to tell you
Tony,
right
what
now.
kind of guy would you set her up with? You know her so well. Who would you set her up with that's like different from every other person she's dated?
She needs someone, I think, out of the industry or in a completely different part of the entertainment industry, not on camera. And she needs somebody that is okay with themselves, happy with themselves, independent, good without her, but wants to be with her. And that is how it had to start. And I feel like that what she does, what many people do, is if you think about it, people date within their proximity. I know her, and you kind of just take a chance, but you kind of got to step back, especially as you get older, and say, I have 10 boxes I got to check. 8 isn't okay, and then go for 10. And you need somebody who's stable and is supporting for you. So
Tony wants me to go. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Wait, do it. Say it. I don't want you.
No,
to
I how many times have you been engaged?
fucking 5 times, no, 4 times. But I was married once, so I mean, whatever.
And when when an engagement breaks off, is there like a moment where the person asks for the rings back? Like, how does that work?
Oh, they always throw that shit in my face. I'm like, here, take it. Like, I don't want your shit, you know. But when you get married, you get to keep it. So I still have that.
You have that one.
Yeah.
Now, but what do you do with that? Do you
I still
sell
have
it
it
for the metal?
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with it. It just sits there.
Do you turn it into a necklace? Like, what do you do?
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be a value. So
like, is it sentimental to you? Like, why would you want to keep it? Do you want to?
I'm not going to give it to my children. That's for fucking sure.
So then why don't you sell it? Why don't you sell it? And
who am I selling it to? The guy in the corner?
The jewelry store.
A jewelry shop will buy it back. There's value to the jewelry.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I always think there's like, it's like, you know, it's already done.
Oh, by the way, did Adam tell you off camera that he went shopping with Floyd Mayweather yesterday?
Yeah. What the hell's that about?
Oh, I did. I did.
Wait, was he normal? Is he short?
Yeah, he's an athlete. He's on the smaller of the athletes, but not short. He's just, but he's got no body fat to him. You can tell the guy is an athlete. I saw him yesterday, kind of outside Fox News.
And you just started walking with him, and you went shopping with the guy.
Well, they go way back. They know each other.
Yeah,
I
got my history with him is like I started the Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather fight, and I've interviewed him on the streets. I would say in the past 15 years. Almost just about every single time Floyd Mayweather's come to New York, I've crossed paths with him. Yesterday, I see him leaving Fox Business, and I try to put my camera up because that's why I am. I'm a journalist. And I was like, yo, Floyd, what's up, my dude? And I try to talk to him. He's like, it kind of gives me a thing like I don't want to talk to you. However, if you want, I'll show you. You want to come shopping? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I went to a store with him. The guy bought a $1.8 million watch. And
a Rolex?
A one of one, like a custom-made watch. I mean...
Well, no, this is like beyond
like blinged out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even a real watch. It's like
what kind of watch?
It's all it's a 1-1. It's a custom made watch, all diamonds forever. I know like how many.
Did you go to Prestige, whatever the hell?
Yes.
Prestige. I knew it. Prestige, whatever the one
Pristine.
The one that Paulie goes to, and like Cardi B and everybody.
Yeah. They just
I knew it
the other day, so they went to Prestige. So I was at Pristine with them. They showed me.
That's funny.
So Floyd shows me the watch and. I mean, the thing is insane. And then he's got like 3 other girls with him, okay? And they're like his friends that he hangs out with.
Right.
And he buys them. He's like, he goes to them. He's like, what do you guys want? Like, come on, we're in New York. This is shopping. Just buys them ankle. And I'm sitting there on the side like a puppy dog.
What do they choose? Because if they're in a room full of...
big.
Yeah, they didn't get they got massive. More like an ankle. One girl got like an ankle bracelet.
What a pussy.
One girl got a necklace. Another girl got but like very like not like his chains, like a very subtle.
You think if they would have asked him for something like extravagant, he would have been like, nah, or
I think he would have done it. I mean, the stuff he got was extravagant. He bought.
Why wouldn't you point to a giant ring and just be like, that one right there, that 8-carat diamond ring? I want that.
I don't know how it works. I don't know what the arrangement was. Because honestly, Dax, I was like on the side like a puppy dog, just sitting there like.
Yeah, why didn't you jump in? You're like, I would like a watch.
Right.
He was eating Twizzlers and didn't even offer me a Twizzler. I was like, throw me a Twizzler.
I love Twizzlers. I would be pissed.
Forget the jewelry. Try to get that Twizzler.
Yeah, like, that Twizzler's looking good. I haven't had one forever.
I just had a Twizzler the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Would you have given it to him?
I would have gave you one.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I kind of was like, damn, I haven't seen one of them forever.
He asked you to go shopping. He should have bought you something.
Listen,
damn it.
He only bought the girls. There's also like his entourage, and he's got an entourage around him. And they all have like nice jewelry too, but he wasn't buying them anything. It was just the girls. Like, hey, what can I buy you?
You missed your opportunity. I think if you would have asked, he would have given you something. He would have bought you something. But
if I would have been with you, I would have made you.
I was embarrassed. I was gonna be like, hey, man, can you give me like just like a skinny bracelet, like something a thin chain?
You could have made a joke like, oh, you're buying everyone's stuff. I'm over here, and then just to see what happens.
But you know what he did though, also, which was very cool, and this is like something that just shows you what kind of guy he is. Number one, he had a book bag with him with a bunch of cash. So he said to his he went to this guy like, hey, give me the bag. And he took back and took out a bunch of hundreds.
The hell?
And there's 4 different girls who are working in the store, the booth at Pristine. He gave them all, I think it was like $300. Here.
Oh, that's nice.
He tipped them all $300. And he didn't have to, but like it was like so like no camera. The camera wasn't running on him. Like this was like off
That's
camera.
just what he does.
He tipped everyone. And I was like,
that
was very cool. And I want to be like, hey man, like That's still more than I'm going to make today. Can I?
Yeah, can I have some? Like,
throw me
yo,
a
if I would have been
dollar.
with you, I would have been like, Adam, come on. I would have been like, hey, what about my guy over here?
I would have been like, Angelina, work it. This is your
I would
husband
have
right
worked.
now. I'm
Listen,
like,
I would have
"Angelina,
worked
this is-"
it. I would have got fucking more than any of those girls with
Have
my
you?
mouth.
Can I ask you something?
What?
Have you been with another celebrity who's not like? Have you been with a celebrity?
I want to be. I
No.
haven't.
Have you dated a celebrity?
No.
Have you hooked up with a celebrity?
Like a big one, like a reality.
Not a reality star, an actor,
No.
and not like some random actor.
No, I had to think about it, but
Who
no.
was the biggest reality star you ever hooked up with?
Vinny Guadagnino.
That was it.
That was it. Because honestly, it's weird. It's almost like they don't want to mix, but then I see them mixing, right, with each other, and I'm like, well, what about me? Am I ugly? Like, what the fuck, right? Don't I tell you I want to like date somebody like that?
Yes.
What? Maybe I'm like I look like a villain on TV, so like they don't want to come near me.
I
Yes.
think it's also like on you. Like you have to. You don't put yourself out there.
She doesn't.
enough.
She doesn't.
You know?
She doesn't go out there.
Or
And-
is it the
and
way I look?
It's
No,
it's
you don't-
partially.
It's part of the game. You don't work the game.
So I don't go on
Right.
a plane and go flying where these guys are.
Oh, you want to be one of those girls?
No,
Or
I'm
is-
saying like I don't like they don't live here. So like a lot of them don't live here, right? They
You don't
live
put yourself in those environments. You got to play the game. You got to put yourself in those type of events because
Yeah, you'd have to go to
Yes.
the parties,
Thank
the
you.
after
Yeah.
parties.
See, I
you'd
don't
have to
do
sh-
that. I
No.
need to start
And we
doing
talked about this recently, and it's also what she's saying is that's out here. Like the show's portrayal is out
Yeah.
there, and then she's not going out on top of that. So we're left with what we see on TV.
We're left with people going in my DMs on Instagram, and it's like, are you kidding me?
See, I would try to help you with like those parties or events and stuff, but
Yeah.
you'd show up 2 hours late, and I
No,
feel like it'd be
I
so
really-
dramatic, and I'd be
No.
like, "Oh my god, you
But-
never show up." I'd be like,
No, I
don't
wouldn't
need
do
this
that to you.
drama. I was
No, I
trying to-
wouldn't do
I'd
that.
buffer her by 4 hours to get there on time.
Shut
Yeah.
up. Wait, I really would. I want to do that. Like, I want to go to like the Super Bowl, for example. You know how many fucking celebrities were there? Like, why didn't I go to that?
You
Well,
had your own stuff
But
going on.
are you trying? Because that's the other thing.
I'm
is
really
sometimes
not
you get
trying.
tickets
No,
if
I'm
you
not trying.
ask, because people aren't going to just know that you want to go. You got to actually ask for it.
No, it's very
and try
true.
to
I'm
get
not
in.
asking. I'm not doing any of that. Tony actually wanted me to go on like a freaking matchmaking company, like where I was gonna have to pay for it. And I'm like,
I want
Like
you
a
to look.
Raya or something?
I want you to look into it.
oh my, Raya won't let me get on. Can you imagine? Raya will not let me get on. I have
Why?
so many. I don't know. They have like a fuck you, Raya. Honestly,
The one we talked to is one for that specializes with
No.
celebrities at all levels.
Raya's got some problem with me. I don't know. I have like 3,000 referrals, and they're keeping me like with this whole thing. Like, oh, your application is being looked at. It's been 2 years. Are you kidding me?
Are they nervous that you'll be kind of like the mole and you'll kind of like be a little too vocal about? Right, you're supposed to be a little bit quiet about
but I
it.
am going to be quiet. Like,
I mean, no one's quiet about Riot. Everyone says who they saw.
but like you have producers from my show on Raya, and I can't get on Raya. There's something wrong with that.
Obviously, I think you are a good reality show person because you just are a lot to handle. And I say it
It's very.
kindly.
That's facts.
And obviously, Mike knew what he was doing.
yeah.
Paulie and Vinny played into it well, and so I
Yep.
think people find their roles.
I think Snooki was maybe the best reality star that has ever come out. Honestly,
she's awesome.
because there's
My drinking
something
partner.
about the like just not giving a fuck, like
Yeah.
truly
Super
not
authentic.
caring what people
Where's
think
the
about you
beach?
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
had not seen on
Yeah.
TV before, and I think that's what really struck a chord with a lot of people. Just that it was so authentic that it was beautiful.
Plus, she got punched in the face by a dude.
That helps. That helps.
I mean, that was like that. I mean, like, how the hell does that even happen? And that was right when I left too. I'm like, it's not like I wanted to be there to see that, but it's like, what the?
You guys can't film in Seaside again.
We do.
Watch
We,
this
we
again.
we still go to the house all the time.
really
Uh-huh.
just
It
like
still
stopping
smells like
by
shit.
or what?
Still smells like.
And
Oh,
it's and now it's like a museum, right? Like they just kind of let people through or something.
Yeah, I think
You
it's like
pay to go
$10
in?
a pop, like to go in there.
That's
The guy
interesting.
Danny's like he's like the little person.
Do you
that
guys
just
keep
walk-
in touch with Danny?
We do. Yeah.
He's making money. He's just
He's doing good. He's doing good.
He's doing it right.
Yeah, he still has his his shop. He opened up another side of the store, so it's bigger now.
Has MTV said to you, like, all right, how much are they involved in the future of Jersey Shore? Like, yeah, obviously the show keeps going, which is great for you. I'm like, keep going.
Can you
keep
believe
milking
it?
But
Ugh.
like, in the back of your mind, do you get like, this is the end is coming, or is it just like, no, it's too good. It's cheap content.
No, I don't think it's the end is coming right now. Hopefully not. We want to be like old people in nursing homes, like
I don't blame you. It's a job.
in a wheelchair.
On
like,
or off camera.
Literally, no, like both. Like we want to be like like hitting each other over the head with our canes.
I feel like we're interviewing her. I'm sorry. This is a.
That's what
that happened quickly. I just didn't say anything.
But the problem is we can't help ourselves.
I know,
Like,
it's
this
okay.
is what we do.
I love
and
the enthusiasm.
This should just be a very long episode. That's the way it has to happen.
Well, actually, Angela, let me ask you this. So, what was your experience with us? I mean, obviously, you become a celebrity. We're like on the other side of it. I didn't know if you thought of us, like, especially Dax, who, Dax was based in LA. He had a different job than me. I was a journalist.
Yeah.
Some people might call me a paparazzi, trying to chase you down, trying to get these ambush interviews. Dax, on the other hand, is involved with getting or going through scandalous photos sometimes of you or news stories on you. What was your impression of us or dealing with us, especially from the beginning or over the years of like the entertainment news world of journalists?
Well, I never really interacted with Dax personally, so I didn't, but I never had any issues with you doing it.
But you were the first one, and I as far as I know, of all the cast members to really sort of like befriend
I was
people
say
on our side.
embrace media.
Because there was always like a space between, like, we couldn't cross that line. It's like, why? Like, I never understood why, but I never had the relationship with any other cast members like I do with you. I mean, I'm friends with Vinny. I'll see Vinny in the city. Actually, like, I got Vinny to start doing stand up.
That's awesome.
Like, I'm friendly with Vinny and stuff. But like the other people, like, if I saw Paulie, like, I'll say hi to Paulie, but we never really had like a really heart to heart. Even though, I don't know, because I don't know, for us it was like, I didn't want you to think of us as the bad people. And I didn't know if that was
at that time, thank God I didn't, right? Because
no, you didn't. But I didn't know if that's how it was for you guys. Like, oh, journalists, like, they're the bad people. Don't talk to journalists.
Well, I think it's also hard to become famous so quickly too, because your whole life gets flipped upside down. Everyone's trying to like find out details about your life. So I think the media instantly becomes the villain to overnight celebrities anyway, just because it sucks.
That's so true. And like, there was a lot of times where we weren't allowed to talk to you guys because of, the network and stuff. But I'm the girl that left. So I was like freeballing it.
Yeah.
Remember, I was freeballing it. I was like, what do you want? I'm fucking pissed. Let's go. Like, remember, like.
It was awkward because I met you exactly when you came off the show.
Yeah.
And then she was just in it, just trying to figure out what she was going to do.
Well, I was pissed. I was still very butthurt at that point. I was upset. And I was just like, did I just leave again? But not because of a guy this time. I left because of all the bullshit that was going on. So to be honest with you, I was very hurt again for the second time. And I was just like, fuck it. All bets are off the table at this point. I was young. I was very immature at that time.
You also made one of the biggest moments on the show, but it cost you your spot on the show. Yeah. At least temporarily it did.
Yep.
And how was your life once that started to air? Because you were only on there for a short time at the season one. How quickly did your life change?
Well, I hate like the garbage bag scene. It was like, come on, it still like haunts me to this day. I know it's funny, but it's like I had luggage. Like nobody really knows. I had fucking luggage. Like this is the actual truth. Like. They said I couldn't bring the luggage I had because it was Coach. And they were like, well, I guess you got to put stuff in garbage bags. Plus, I didn't know if I really wanted to do the show. So the producers were waiting for me for a while. Say, I don't just do it to you. So like, I didn't think I was going to do it. And they were like, oh my God, it's fucking hour 8. Like, and I was like, I don't know. It's going to be called like Guido Beach. Like, I don't really know if I want to do it. I was dating this guy at the time. And they were sitting there. They were adamant. They were like, we're not going to give up on you. And they were like persistent.
Wow.
And they made sure I got in my car and they had to like talk me down off of a ledge. I'm like, I really don't think I want to do this. But eventually they were like, listen, just go. You're going to have fun. They gave me like a paper map to get there because like that's how old it was. Like that's
the
how
old days when you used MapQuest.
Yeah, I was literally we didn't even have MapQuest, like the printed out one. I'm like,
it was a Thomas guide, you mean? Just rolling around in your car.
We didn't even have navigation like that. I had to read a map to get to Seaside. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I never went to I went to Seaside when I was like a kid, but like I didn't drive there. But then I went and I walked in with garbage bags, and I did not think they were going to air that. And they did.
But why is that still haunt you? That was fucking great television.
It is, but I think people, how do I explain this? I really don't give a shit that much, but then it's still like, oh, she's the girl with the garbage bags.
But
it's
Angelina, like, you should have leaned into that. And
John Cena's the fucking garbage. Yeah.
Start selling garbage bags or start selling luggage that looks like garbage bags.
Well, John Cena's like the hefty guy right now, and I'm a little pissed. I want that hefty deal.
That would have been a good deal.
I know. He's been on that deal for like years. What the hell does John Cena have anything to do with fucking garbage bags?
You could still do it. You can still do it.
Balenciaga
came out with a freaking garbage bag pocketbook.
That's right.
And I was like, and people were sending it to me like, look, it's Angelina's new, her new pocketbook.
I don't think it's too late. That scene was so famous that I think you could lean into a hefty deal or something like that.
I mean, they definitely told me that it was not going to air like that, and they fucked me. I was like, all right, and I should just ran with it, but I should still do a hefty deal. I should.
Is it all the same producers on the show from when you first started? For the
Yeah.
not like I don't know about the camera guys, but like the core of it's all the same
Yep.
people.
Mm-hmm. And back in the day, we used to not be able to talk to them. Like they'd be standing behind a wall. I'm like, and they're like, don't talk to me. And I'm like, but I need to. They're like, and now it's like we're a big family. Like we all talk. Like we're
So you're talking while filming the show,
yeah.
sort of.
Now there's not like a wall. Like what is it called? The fourth wall. What is that
Yeah.
wall?
Well,
Fourth wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you're speaking about the fact that they would separate themselves on purpose and have no contact.
Yeah.
When now it's like they have regular contact.
Like if I wanted to take the car keys to go in the truck, it had to be a buddy system. So I had to have another cast member to go with me, like shopping or to get laundry or whatever. And I'll never forget, me and Mike were fighting, and I was like who the fuck else am I going to go with? And they're like, talk to the cast, talk to your roommates. And I'm like, what the fuck? I want to take the keys. And I'm like, I'm just going to take the keys. And I just took the keys, and I was about to go rogue on them, but they stopped me. That was my life.
Wait, so the show, do you
Yeah.
guys all get paid? Not you, because you're different, I think.
Oh,
'cause
I get paid the same.
You get paid the same as all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So did you guys all do it together?
Now we did. Yep.
Now you
So
guys.
you did the Friends type deal? Where you go
Favorite
in, negotiate
Nation.
all together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God I got
That's
up to
easy. So you really don't have to really negotiate the deal. It's like, no, we're all doing it together. One person.
Thank God I got up to that. I mean, I busted my ass to get to that, but I'm here.
That's pretty nice that, like, because I'm sure that you guys actually work together on that, because it could get
Yeah.
kind of weird and also could ruin the future of the show.
Yeah.
If some people said, Mike I think I deserve an extra 20 grand more.
Yep.
And I'm carrying the weight this season, stuff like that.
Yep.
How to get to that point?
I mean, like I said, for Jersey Shore Family Vacation, the first season, I didn't make any money. I just really wanted to come back in and make amends with these people. And I mean, we have something that no one else could say that we have together, a phenomenon of a show. I was part of it, whether I left or not, right? So I went in first season and filmed 4 episodes for free. The next season, I got paid. The next season, and it just so on and so forth. And then eventually, few years ago, I was able, after COVID, to make what they are making.
That's awesome. What's been the biggest perk of being a reality star? Is it free trips? Is it free food? Is it clothes? Because so much gets given to people when they're on television. Yeah. So what are you like? Something handed over, and you're like, fuck yes, this is so cool.
Well, I gotta say, back in the day, we used to get more free shit. Like we used to go to those gifting suites. Remember in LA?
Yeah.
We used to get so much shit where when I was going home from LA, I had to buy another luggage to put all that shit in it.
Yeah.
But we don't get that. Nobody does that anymore. Even at the iHeartRadio, they hardly give you any good shit anymore.
Yeah, take some nail polish.
Yeah, it's
what was the coolest thing? You get a cruise, or what'd you get? Because I've even done gifting suites for the Emmys and stuff. I got cool stuff that.
Well, MTV did get, because we did win 2 MTV Movie Award awards, like the Reality Royalty Award, which is sick. I got the gold popcorn with my name on it. That's in a case. And then we got the best reality documentary. That was awesome. And they did give me a trip to Africa, but I never took it.
Could you still cash it in? Or does
Probably
it expire?
not. It's probably expired.
Oh my God.
Angelina, you could have been out there rolling around with lions and stuff.
I could have been hanging out with elephants and shit, riding an elephant.
That is insane.
Or a camel.
Let's film it.
Yeah, I know. Wait, camels are in Africa?
Camels are in the desert.
Probably up to the desert, more towards Egypt and
Don't
stuff.
ask. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. But yeah, I had a couple of trips that I won from that, and I never took them.
That's
the way I
crazy.
checked, they're expired.
I'd go try to. I'd go try to cash them in, record it.
Well,
now
I'm actually going to go on a
If you
cruise.
push it, they might just be like, okay.
Yeah, they're probably it's over. You beat, girl.
No, they'll
it's
probably
too
say.
late. This was years ago.
Finally, you're taking advantage of it.
It's so late.
We've been waiting for the phone call.
I am going on a cruise though in the summer. The cruise is going to pay for me and somebody else to go. So I'm like, all right.
Who's that? Somebody else is going to take?
I don't know. Probably a girl.
Probably a girl.
I think I'm going to become a lesbian, guys.
Hey, go for it.
I don't know.
We won't.
No,
We won't stop you.
He fucking wants to know so bad.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Hey, I've never tried that. Listen, look at Chriselle, whatever her name is from.
Yeah.
She's loving it.
Yeah, no, it would be good for your for PR purposes. It could be a good storyline to add to your book that's never ending and just.
Oh, I'm definitely
so
writing
dramatic.
a book, by the way.
Her book, yeah.
Oh,
Are you writing a
that book is going to be something else.
Would you kind of shit on the cast members?
No.
Like, here's the thing: you're the only one that kind of shits on all of them.
What do you mean shits on them? He says it's so funny.
Like, not talk shit, but like you're not afraid to speak your mind.
No, and then I get in trouble for it. So
yeah, but I was gonna say, how do you get in trouble? Does MTV come at you, or does the other cast members say like?
Yeah, back in the day they didn't want to work with me, but now that shit's over because I'm not playing that game no more. I want to work, and I want them to work, and I'm just we're all friends.
No, it's good.
So
Smart.
do you have to bite your tongue sometimes, or you still let it out and people are just like, oh, it's just Angelina's being Angelina?
Because you got to watch out. I'm getting older, and again, I don't want this to be following me, so I bite my tongue a lot.
But you have much better relationships with everybody now.
Yes, that I do.
That's the difference. When you have a good relationship and you talk shit, people are like, okay, it's coming from a good spot versus she's just being a bitch or something.
Yeah.
Right, and they know what you're going through. Again, they're supporting you. Like, it's very different from now and years ago.
I mean, yeah.
It's nice to see like how where it started, and it was kind of obviously you leaving the show and how negative they would speak about you, and then all of a sudden like how you guys all have this bond. And
that's why I wanted to go back on it. Honestly, I was like, you know what? I don't care about getting paid, and I made it. They were like, well, what are you here for the money? And I'm like, and this is when I first got in. For the reboot. And I'm like, I'm not even getting paid. What the fuck? I really just wanted to come and see you guys and make amends. And they were like, oh, well, we didn't know you weren't getting paid. I was like, no, I'm not getting paid. This is really just me trying to make amends with you people.
Tony, how often do people come to you and that you can tell that they want to be your friend just so they can meet Angelina?
Ugh. A lot of people.
Everyone asked me about her, and the biggest question is,
is she a bitch in real life?
Is she? Well, that's almost it. They go, is she really like that crazy? And
see what I'm saying?
And I've developed an answer. My answer is she's not crazy.
You fucker. I mean, listen, I am crazy, but I'm a good crazy, right? Yeah. Would you say that?
I love you.
I hope you better love me.
Of course. That's why I can say that to you, because I care about you.
I know he does. He's like one of the, he's literally in this business. Like, you got to watch who you surround yourself with. And, I've been a little bit antisocial lately because I don't really trust too many people, especially years and years of dealing with just people fucking me over. You have never fucked me over all the years I've known you. I got to say, he's a great.
And the first thing when I first met her, you were in bad straits because, like we said, you came off the show, and you had people around you then that they were yesing her to death. Yes, 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 and she would ask,
users.
And she was asking some questions because she was unsure about a lot of things, important things, and they were kind of just gauge her and then yes her to death. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my god, this is, once it's one thing to hear about it, it's another thing to see it and to see like that she was lost in it. Mm-hmm. So,
and I was so young too back then, right? That was like 2011,
you were young, and you would Yeah.
That's how long I've known you, 2011, right? That's fucking...
And seeing that just felt like that she's just being manipulated, and that's what it triggered to me.
Yeah. I dealt with a lot of that.
When you actually first started making good money, what was that purchase that you made that was above your means, that was exciting? Was it a car? Was it jewelry? Was it even just hey, dope hair extensions? I don't know. What was that?
I get my hair extensions for free.
Going back to the other conversation.
I mean, I'm sorry. Well, actually, that's a bonus. I would say my house. I mean, even though I was on the show for a while now, and then I purchased this house, but I purchased the first house, right, with Chris. And
I think your home is the answer.
The house is the answer. Yeah. Because it was a decent amount of money, and I was able to do it by myself without a mortgage.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you bought it just outright cash?
Mm-hmm.
Holy.
Yeah, that's...
And you don't live that's your old house?
I still live there.
Oh, you still live there? Okay.
But you're planning on selling it?
Yeah.
Planning on selling it.
So I'll make some, decent... I'll make something from that, thank God. And, I bought another one, so it's a great thing. It's like a...
Could you retire? Do you have to still work?
I want to, because nowadays, things are so much money.
Sure.
To to set myself up forever, do I have to work maybe a little bit more?
Mm-hmm. It
depends on your lifestyle, really, but yeah.
I don't really splurge like that. I do like Rolexes, so I'll buy them, but I get them for retail because my friend's like awesome. He runs it in Long Island. But besides that, like I don't really splurge on I do buy clothes, but I have to because I'm on TV. Like you can't keep wearing the same shit. People are like they'll be like, oh, wasn't she wearing that?
Yeah, but you can have everyone send you clothes and be like, hey,
you could get so many free clothes, Angela.
Clothes
Don't
are
spend
easy.
money on
Clothes are easy.
What about you got? I don't know if I can speak about this.
What?
Work done.
Yeah, I did.
Did you get that for free?
Yes, I did.
And what did you just plug that? What did you give an Instagram post?
I that doctor, I put him on TV. He's awesome. I love him.
Which one?
Dr. Tutela.
He did
my boobs.
And you just put him on TV?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, like about 15 grand?
No, he did them twice because I lost so much weight from like stress and stuff. They like, not like they were sagging, but like I had to get them redone because of the scar tissue and stuff. So he did it again for me. He's awesome.
So all he wanted to do is just get on TV or just get some sort of.
I wanted to put him on TV because of everything he's done for me.
There's a lot of perks, damn, Angelina. Like normal people do not get that kind of stuff for free. That is unbelievable.
I know. That's why I feel like a lot of
especially
people.
surgery. Surgeons don't like to do a lot of stuff for free because it is a risk involved, and like it's such a risk. And I mean, I'm assuming they did a good job on you.
Yeah.
From the outside, it looked good.
Thanks.
Let's see.
I mean, look. I mean, yeah. I would say thanks.
No, but usually surgeons don't like to do that because there's risk involved, and if you don't like it, it's like, why? And I got this for free, like so. It's a touchy, weird thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, he's awesome. So he's done everybody in the cast.
Why haven't you done Playboy?
Is there still a Playboy around?
There is still Playboy, and I feel like you'd be really good for it.
What about Maxim?
Well, I'm saying Playboy. You'd go. Would you pose nude?
I would.
Even if it's Playboy, I say Playboy.
I think it's tasteful.
It's tasteful, exactly.
Yeah.
Would you? So you would do Playboy?
I would.
I think it'd be a good.
I mean, they wanted me to do a sex tape back in the day.
I was going to ask you.
That happened when I first met you.
Steve fucking Hirsch.
So I was going to ask you about that. I was like, you've been famous for a good amount of time during the sex tape era.
Yeah.
And I was
Paris
like, you're the type of person that would probably be approached for a sex tape. So you were approached for a sex tape.
Oh yeah.
And how did that conversation go down? How much do they offer you? And
I mean,
not enough. Obviously, they didn't offer you, but
I was like, am I going to do this for like? I mean, it was a decent amount, but like he wanted me to do it with the guy from Skid Row.
Wait, a guy from LA Skid Row or from the
band Skid Row? I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell was
this
his
around
name?
like the Farrah Abraham time?
Yes,
yes. Obviously,
yeah,
it was
exactly.
Like she blew up from all of that stuff, and she's from MTV as well. So that makes sense.
It was before that though. Before she did it. Before she did it. So
yours would have been huge, but I don't think MTV would. Maybe they would have taken.
I was already off the show.
Yeah, but
they took Farrah Abraham back. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I guess they took her back.
Was it pitched to you like, "Hey, we're gonna make it seem like it's a leaked video," or just like, "Screw it, we're just putting it out"?
No, they were gonna make it look like it was leaked.
I mean, it's
that
the
guy does it all the time.
Really well
that's his like niche.
It would have worked, if you wanted to do that.
Yeah,
it would have made money. It would have been success.
And the guy from Skid Row, like the drummer. What the hell was his name?
I don't know his name offhand.
Dax, look up Skid Row. Are you sure, of all people, the band Skid Row?
That's the fucking guy. I was like, that guy?
How did they figure that guy? How much? Do you remember how much the offer was?
Like millions. Like I remember it was a decent amount, and I said no.
It would have done well. I mean, I don't think.
I mean, Farrah Abraham actually has like a vagina out there.
Phil Verone?
Yes. Wait, Phil what?
Verone?
That's him. Fuck my life. That was him.
Wow. Does he know?
He knows. He was ready to go. His dick was ready to go.
Adam, if you saw him, you'd recognize him too. He had a little goatee looking thing under a flavor saver under his lip.
Did he have a do porn or something? Wait, what the hell is like? Why that guy?
Oh, that's interesting. Did it happen with somebody else?
Oh yeah, can you look it up?
Let's see, Phil Verone sex.
He got it right off the like. He's good. It could have been like so many.
He's in front of a computer.
You know what? He does.
What?
Oh, he's got a lot of sex tape stuff.
See
what?
Wow,
for real?
He would have been.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, he was just ready to go.
And he was just. I want that one.
He must have ready to go. A porn star because there's a whole lot.
Wait, what?
So Dax is right now at a porn site right now.
So he's like the next. So he's like Ron Jeremy a little bit.
Oh,
His name's a porn star.
He's got a lot of videos, you guys.
So the question was,
Oh.
did he want to get into it, contacted somebody and say, let's make this happen, and then they reached out on his behalf when it seems like they were just like, oh, how about this? It could have been him pushing it.
Yeah.
It was him pushing it because I remember, I don't think at that time he ever did porn. I think I was going to be his first.
Well,
First of many.
you would have been
Coulda,
the first of a lot.
First of many, I just said. Exactly.
Is that one of the deals that you regret taking up or regret
Or passing
not doing
on,
or
or-
pass? Yeah.
Not really, because, I mean, of the situation at hand, but I mean, the money would have been nice.
How like are we talking over $1 million?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hmm.
At that, and again, this is.
And he's the same guy that with the Kim Kardashian sex tape as well. Yes, he is.
Oh, who put that out?
Yeah.
Dax. He's the fact checker.
Hirsch? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Steve Hirsch. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He's
Steve
the
Hirsch,
guy.
yeah.
He's
Vivid.
the guy. Vivid Entertainment.
Vivid
Yeah.
was.
I mean,
they
he
did
was
everything.
calling my
Vivid, I
phone
think
every
they-
day, dude. I was like,
they
again?
did the Kim one, I believe, as well.
Paris
Vivid was-
Hilton,
Yeah, Vivid was the biggest.
Tila
player
Tequila?
there.
Screech.
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 Oh man, wait, he passed away.
Maybe.
He did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I think the Vern Troyer one may have been through Vivid as well.
Who?
Vern Troy, Mini Me
Troyer.
from Austin Powers.
Oh,
little
yeah,
guy.
the little
Yeah.
guy.
What about Pamela Anderson?
That
That was actually a stolen
That
one.
was
That was
sto-
like
yeah. That,
That
was
was
not
legit
supposed to go
stolen.
out. That was.
Was it legit stolen though?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
legit
a-
stolen from a safe at their house. Like it was,
Oh,
it was pretty gnarly.
that's fucked.
It's a crazy story,
Yeah.
and in some ways, maybe really affected Pam's career. Like her career, it changed her whole career. Like
Really?
now,
There's a
but fortunately,
big-
she's doing very well now.
She looks amazing. I was just gonna say she looks so like natural and like.
Well,
very
she's going
good.
around without makeup.
I love
now.
it.
You
Yeah,
know,
she
it's kinda
looks
like
great.
as a
Lindsay
point.
Lohan
Yeah.
looks great too. By the way, I don't know what she did.
100%.
I mean,
we literally been talking about Pam and Lindsay as like the biggest comeback.
Isn't that crazy that I just
Right.
said them two together? Like it's
Yeah.
those two in my mind that like they look so good.
I saw the movie that Pam's in right now. I didn't see it. I snuck into the theater and watched 20 minutes of it.
No, you didn't.
I
You're
did,
one of
yeah,
those.
yeah.
You're
I'm one of those guys.
I used to do that when
I'm
I was
one of
like
those
10.
guys. I had to go to a movie. I actually went to a premiere, some movie premiere. The movie was terrible, but I was stuck. They had other movies going on. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just walk into other theaters, and I saw Pam's movie was playing. I watched a little
Really?
bit. She was great. Pamela Anderson's actually a great actress. We just don't see her in
A lot of
a
stuff.
lot of
They
roles.
base it on her looks and put her in those roles.
Growing up, she was that
Girl, she was the it girl, like
she
the hot,
was
the
the
hot
blonde girl.
Yeah, Baywatch, like that was it.
and
She
now
got,
she's.
she got typecast and then
Yeah.
couldn't get
Right.
out of it.
But
That's
then
not
obviously the
cool.
video came out that really put her in a weird position, and
I don't see
no
that.
one
I
wanted
don't
to work with her
understand.
again.
Why did it work for some people and then it didn't work for her? That's what I don't
No,
get. I don't
well,
get
that's how you
that.
played it.
Maybe it's
She
about
didn't-
her reaction to it.
she also didn't need to be more famous. She was already probably the most famous woman on the planet. Like Baywatch was famous in every country around the world. She didn't need
Yeah.
to be more famous. Where for other people, Paris, Kim, it put them on the map on a worldwide platform.
I see.
So that's
So
why the
she,
difference.
so
sense.
that sucks. It got stolen. That sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it was with her husband at the time, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but it also, I think, was
Yeah.
the downfall of their relationship too.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, whenever something like anything in a relationship with us, like with being in the limelight, it could definitely fuck up your
Affect, like,
relationship.
having that much, like
Yeah.
you,
Ugh.
the world just came into your bedroom and you didn't want them. there. Like,
Terrible.
that's awful.
Who the hell took it from her bedroom? From her?
It was one of the workers that was
Yeah.
working on her house at the time.
See,
Got into her safe. Yeah.
you can't trust nobody.
Someone must have offered them something. Of course.
Actually,
Yeah.
they made the FX show was fantastic when they made I forget the actors who played them, but they made a show about the tape, and it was such a good show. The sex tape. I watched it.
I
and,
didn't. I got to go watch it now.
It was I watched it when it came out. It was part of a time. Tommy wound up becoming a star from it. Like everyone's like high fiving Tommy, but Pamela, everyone looked down at Pamela,
Ah,
and it was sort of like sad for her. Like
That
looking back,
sucks.
it's a period like we were like, it was
yeah.
just a time, and I think a lot of people, including myself, was like, I kind of feel bad for her.
Yeah, because it's like the guy can do it, but then the girl can't do it, right?
Who? Let me ask this: speaking of celebrities, who's the celebrity that you met that was the biggest Jersey Shore fan that was starstruck by you?
Jennifer Aniston.
Shut up. Jennifer Aniston's
No,
a
she
Jersey Shore
She
fan.
literally, because we remember that puppet, that little dog puppet
Yeah.
Triumph.
with the
Yeah.
little
Triumph Dance Comic Dog.
yeah, the one from MTV.
Yeah.
So the director was her friend, and she was at the premiere for that show, and we all went. It was in LA, and I remember being on the red carpet, and I just went inside, and I was like, "Oh it's Jennifer Aniston. She literally got up and she knew my name.
Oh, that's so
I was
cool.
like, and like, I'm the first one she hugged, and she's like, Angelina, big fan. And like the rest of us were like, and I went and hugged her, and I was like, and I was hanging out with Seth Green. He was there. So he was awesome. And his wife. And Nikki Hilton was married to the guy, I think. That's her husband. That's the director.
I literally, that would have been the last name I would have ever thought of.
She was
to
a
be
big fan of
Jersey
us.
Shore
Like, I
fan.
couldn't believe it. She
You
got
never
out
know.
of her
It
chair.
makes me like her even more now.
Yeah, she was really nice. And she looks exactly like she looks on TV in person.
But
Like,
you also, again, she might not have been a fan of the show, but at that time, well, at the Jersey Shore was the biggest show in the world.
she got out of her chair herself and like hugged all of us. Like, and she knew my name. I was like, oh.
Just so you know, the show was so big, and I knew paparazzi that were living in a hotel in Seaside all summer and just shooting the show and had the best.
way.
They still say it was the best summer of their life because, first of all, they're staying at a hotel in Seaside during the summer, which is not cheap. Stay in one of those rooms every single night because they kept making so much money off the photos. And then they're like, these guys are like, yeah, we're getting girls, we're getting the party, we're on the beach. Like this is like the best. They're at the summer of their life just shooting Jersey Shore.
That's crazy.
And just lived off the Jersey Shore.
That's awesome, though.
I mean, yeah, they made a lot of money.
And like they just were following the cast on
just following you guys. They because the photos of you guys just on the beach, walking the boardwalk. Maybe sometimes if you can even take the thing going on the sky, like the rides, the rides,
I forgot what that.
The
trolley,
the trolley, whatever the thing is, the air trolley, whatever it is, the ski lift, whatever the thing is.
I remember
you just take shots of the roof and just it just kept running. The photos just kept running.
Well, and I was on the other side of it. I was the one buying all the photos to put them on the website, put them on the TV show. But I remember like the photos of Snooki getting arrested on the sand.
Oh, that was big. It's so
like that was a huge story, and I think because there was multiple paparazzi there, they weren't super valuable. But we bought a lot of them, and we bought them over and over and over again because there were so many stories day after day of the story evolving or whatever, but. That was a huge set, and every day there was like new photos of you guys walking around or doing stuff on the shore.
How much did they go for?
Like $500 each.
Or in general, how much do paparazzi go for photos?
No, it totally depends.
Yeah, it depends on exclusive, what's going on. Is there a news story around it? I mean, it could be $5. It could be $5,000. I mean, it really depends on what's going on. I mean, Dax would know the prices. Because that's what Dax's job was. It was say,
wasn't it like $500?
It could be honestly. It depends on.
Yeah,
it's kind of like fine art, right? Whoever will pay for whatever.
They still have that shit where you have to pay for it. I'm like, I'm not paying for a photo myself from Getty Images. Like,
no, like just DM the photographer.
I was gonna say a lot of times DM the photographer, or if it's like a paparazzi agency tagging them or whatever, will also sometimes they. But
don't post. Their photo.
Definitely reach out.
I know. I'm never gonna do it
because that's. As a photographer, they want not just they want you to, but it's a big business for them because they have these people go after. So let's just say Jennifer Lopez takes a paparazzi photo and she goes, "Oh, I like that photo," and she posts that photo. Paparazzi goes after her, and she's got to pay for posting that photo on her Instagram. Their argument is
lawsuit?
I mean, they won't get to a lawsuit.
They just want money.
Yeah, they want to get paid. Like, and I get it.
Yeah.
But I get both sides, but it is what it is in the legal sense.
Why would she do that though? Like she should know by now.
Everyone learned the hard way.
Yeah, Kim had to learn the hard way. I'm sure a lot of
people. Amy Schumer, I think, has been better with that too, and they've developed relationships with the photographer, saying, "Hey, I like that photo. Would you mind if I post it?" Most of the time, the photographer's like, "Yeah, sure. If you don't mind, like either tag me or something like that." Or I appreciate just asking. I think because it's just open up.
Is it true that the Kardashians like have all their photos, like they have to approve them before they go out?
Depends on
because you don't see one bad photo.
It depends on who shoots them.
Yeah, it depends on who shoots.
I mean, they got that shit on lockdown.
Well, they have their own photographer that follows them around, and they will make sure that those ones look good before they go to an agency, which is totally like, again, do what you got to do to make yourself, work in this world. I'm not going to hate on it, but there were definitely photos that, like, when they go to Mexico, they've got their own camera guy that shoots all those photos.
Yeah.
And I remember the ones that she didn't have photoshopped. That was a big deal because it was someone else out on a boat that took the photos that didn't go through the approval process.
Wow.
And that one, I remember it was like she did not like that those ones went public.
Yeah. She like approves them, and if she knows the photographers, which her team has a lot of relationship with photographers. So of course,
Like you don't see one bad one.
yeah, but you know
at
what?
all.
Again, it's worked for her and it's worked for the
a good
photographers
business.
because it's the smartest thing, and everyone else should be taking down notes because she changed the game instead of working. There used to be that battle between celebrities and photographers, paparazzi, but she's made that into sort of some sort of relationship where we can kind of work together. It's financially worth it for the photographers. They rather have a relationship with Kim. Makes it easy. They all work together.
She has
Right.
good photos where
And-
she always looks
Yeah.
good.
She's
happy.
the best. She's the coolest
Her mother's
person.
the best too. Damn, if I
Dude,
wish I had a mother like that.
They're all so smart, so successful, and it's because they've learned the business better than anyone else out there.
I know.
I always hear the mother is kind of like in charge of a lot of it and is always overseeing things, making sure
She's in
that
charge
it's
of
up to
everything.
snuff.
She's a
Yeah, but I
freaking.
think Kim is on another level when it comes to
Yeah.
savviness and working the media, working businesses. Like I know Chris gets a lot of compliments, but I really do think Kim is up there on the same level.
Kim knows what she's doing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kim's,
she's smart.
I don't know if Kim actually gets the credit she deserves. I will say, from a personal standpoint, she's like one of the coolest, nicest people.
I would say the same about Paris, though. Paris,
Yeah, sure.
very savvy, business wise, plays a role
Right.
of being the dumb blonde, but is far from it, and really smart girl and super nice. Both of them, probably two of the nicest women in Hollywood.
She actually gave me my reality royalty award on the MTV
there you go.
movie award
Did she?
stage.
She's
I was like,
awesome. I
thanks,
love
Farrah.
Paris.
Like,
She's great.
her mother's hilarious. Like,
Her mom's cool. She looks.
the after party, the mother was like, "Let's go fucking." I'm like, "Let's go, Kathy." Like, it was hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
I love her mother.
No, they're
cool.
They're good people, and I think it's cool for me to see like regular Hollywood sort of like befriend them. You know, when you see like Kim at party, I saw her 2 weeks ago at SNL 50. She was at Chris Rock's 50th birthday party.
Are those two going to be a thing?
Who's that?
Chris Rock and her? Everyone's saying it. He like gave her like this big compliment or something, and I'm like,
that would be a great thing. I don't know if Chris would want that sort of attention.
yeah.
I don't think Chris would need that.
He's too private.
He's too private, and Kim's too, and so you know what you're getting. Do I think it's his type of girl? Absolutely.
Yeah, he went over to her and was like, "She's so funny," and I was like, "Oh, that's so nice."
I think he respects her, and I think that's all these celebrities. Like, she's at a party she came up during the reality era, and you know there was a distance between real Hollywood and these type of stars. But
Yep.
now I think the real stars and real Hollywood started to be like brought them in and say, you like take down notes, teach us what you've done. And it's cool to see, like, I mean, again, I've been doing this so long where I would see Kim on commercial airplanes and just like a regular person to see what the type of star she is now, where it's almost American royalty. It's unique, and just see how people treated her first to what it is now. And honestly, she's always been so nice, so cool, and I'll always be pro Kardashian. Just good people. They treat everyone with respect.
I met Chloe years ago at a vodka event. It was me, her, Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy's in this again.
Yeah.
Don't know why the hell he's always popping up
It's
around
all right.
me.
He's in jail.
Is he fucking
Really?
Yeah. Right, Dax?
I have no idea.
I
I
think-
don't
no, I think
follow
he's in
the
jail.
Ron
I think
Jeremy
he's-
news.
For what?
Dax, you're in front of the computer. Google Ron Jeremy. I think
He's
Ron,
not in jail.
I don't think, and I say this not going this to sound sad, I don't think you'll ever see Ron not outside of jail again.
What did he do?
He's had some rape.
Oh my,
some
own Mia.
rape stuff. Like
I
some
actually did an
allegations.
event with him, like a wrestling signing.
Oh yeah,
thing.
he was indicted on 34 sex crime charges. Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
He wrote the number of his hotel room on my hand once, and he was serenading me, like singing
Ugh.
with his fucking harmonica. And I was like,
Did
"Yeah,
you go?
no. You think I want that 12-inch stick?"
Oh, I was gonna say, we mean
like a-
harmonica. Yeah, he could do himself.
Oh yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Let's put
Yeah,
it
he's-
at that.
Ah.
He's in a lot. I don't think you're ever gonna see him again.
I didn't
Wow.
even. How come that's never been broadcasted? Like, and nobody
Well,
knows.
I am. I'm the
When
one
you
who- I'm the
Google
one-
it, it's definitely all over the place.
Yeah,
What?
I'm the
He
only one who
was
reports
accused
porn
of
news.
rape,
So
all
it's,
kinds of stuff.
It's so fun. They just like nonchalant, like I'm the only one that does it, you know.
It said that note.
But how
yeah,
come
no,
that nobody knew about this in real life? Like, I mean, Ron Jeremy was big.
you know what? Some
Like-
stories, like, I don't know if outlets really want to go too much deep
Yeah, they
dive.
definitely don't
Hey,
wanna.
You think Today Show wants to cover Ron Jeremy? No, they'd rather cover Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
What the fuck with that too? By the way, I was going to ask you, since you guys are so involved with this, like that is so big right
It
now.
is such
It's
a
massive.
convoluted, long story. So many
Right.
details.
It's
I
insane.
would say after. I mean, do you have any perspective yourself? Have you got
Are you
caught up
Team
in it at all?
Baldoni, Team Lively?
No, I'm team Baldoni. Sorry. I don't know
No?
why I
So what led you to being Team Baldoni?
okay. I think obviously her husband, which I love him in all his movies, but I do believe he is in cahoots with I think they were both obviously wanting to get him out, and they did that. Well, they didn't do that, but they tried.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of fucked up.
Did you watch the movie?
I did.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
So did
Dax
I.
did too.
I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a good movie, and I'm a little bummed that there's not going to be a number 2 now because it was good.
I liked it. I don't know what the hell. I mean, some of the voice notes from him to her were really crazy, but
it was creepy. I would say it was creepy.
Very involved,
but I also, you know, because we've listened to a lot of people, the back and forth and putting perspective. Like, I thought it was weird at first that he left her a message at like 2 a.m. I'm like,
that was weird.
What the fuck? But
it was like a 10-minute.
She had sent him a text at like 1:50. So like when you start putting all of the pieces together, she definitely does not look like she is some angel. It looks like she is kind of a mean girl and tries to take over productions. She's even admitted herself that she goes on the movies. She claims she's going to be the star, but then she wants creative control. And it seems like that may have been kind of the same thing that happened here.
That's definitely what happened.
Except for now it got publicized, which was, I have to say, the best PR a movie could ever get is this much publicity.
It's a lot of publicity.
Everyone's talking about it. Everyone wants to see it. So I think it lined a lot of people's pockets. But at the end of the day, it's also ruining reputations. And I don't think Blake Lively calculated that.
I mean, especially their marriage too. It's like, are they going to stay married? That's another thing. Like, it's a little crazy, you know?
I think they'll stay together.
I
think they'll stay together.
But now, like, freaking Taylor Swift is involved in it too.
I think Taylor's just like, hey, leave me out of this.
Yeah, she's like, I have nothing to do. I'm like, wow, you really turned your back on your friend like that. That's like kind of crazy.
And that's just news stories. We don't know how much of that's actually
we don't know.
Accurate.
Yeah,
she may just be like, hey, I can't take you to the Super Bowl this year because clearly there's a lot of attention on you. You're still my girl. Like, just let's lay low for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, she's got to protect her image too.
And I would hope that Taylor is not that like quick to drop friends because of news stories too.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of it that way. That's true.
We also don't think this is something that's going to end up in court. So
you don't think it's going to end up?
I don't think it's going
to.
They're
going to settle before it goes to court.
Before court. This
can't drag on for.
Do you think they did this on purpose, like and none of us know?
At first, I did. At first, I thought this was more of just some crazy PR stunt for the movie, and sort of like, hey, this was real stuff that happened, but we're going to kind of stir it up just to kind of bring more money into the movie. But then over time, I was like, no, this is like career, like ending type stuff.
When you see the photos of Baldoni sitting at like backstage at the red carpet premiere of the movie, that's when you're like
was
downstairs trying to hide from them.
Yeah, well, not even hide. She's banished. He was banished from the red carpet.
He wasn't allowed to go on the red carpet when she was on it.
And they're like sitting on water bottles and stuff down there. And I'm thinking that was the moment I was like, oh, this is not a publicity stunt, because no one who has worked that hard on a movie would be not attending the red carpet.
Yeah, that's weird.
Especially the star.
Yeah, this is not just the star, the director, star, owner of the rights of the movie. I mean, this guy had a lot invested into it. I mean, this was his baby. This was his, I don't want to say Grey's Anatomy, but what was the other one? Was the
50 Shades?
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
I would say that, yeah. And now he's not going to have a part 2 because he could always like recast though.
Well, technically, the part 2 would have been with the other actor, right? Like
the younger one,
the other guy that the homeless one or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think the number 2 movie would have been the other main man and her, but I don't think that's going to happen either.
What do you guys think about the SNL moment with him, with Ryan Reynolds and Blake?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I would say I thought it was a smart move on their part to break the ice.
I agree.
Wait, what happened?
I agree.
Tell me.
So they were at the SNL 50 show, and Amy Poehler and Tina Fey are up on stage, and they're going around talking to all the different celebrities in the audience. And Ryan Reynolds stands up, and they're like, "Hey, how are you?" And he goes, "Good. Why? What did you hear?" And it was a funny moment.
Right.
A lot of people did not like it. There was a lot of backlash online saying, why would you kind of like dumb down this huge court battle where you're ruining this other guy's life and you're turning it into a bit on SNL?
Yeah.
I think that we've seen this over and over again. You see Alec Baldwin,
Right.
like he spits on a paparazzi, but then we'll go to SNL, make people laugh, and everyone kind of starts to forget about it. So I think for them, it was probably a smart move to break the ice. I don't know if people responded to it well, but I think it's a good way to just be out there.
I think it was both. I think you got a bad, like, okay, come on, guys. But also, I think it did deflate the balloon a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That was the whole angle, probably.
They have to be out in public. You got to see something. And when's it going to happen? That was
And
probably
Blake Lively was there, too, next to him?
Yep. She was there. She was smiling, the whole thing.
And you see the whole thing with Kevin Costner? They're watching Kevin Costner look over. Ryan starts talking, and Kevin Costner goes like this and looks at Blake to see Blake's reaction.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty smart.
The fact you've got Kevin Costner already deeply involved in the storyline is also pretty amazing.
Right.
I agree with Dax on his opinion. The only thing is, I understand the other side. We're saying, what's their joke about, sexual harassment or what,
But what do you expect them to do? Like, they can't hide away forever. So
yeah,
like this is probably the best platform to come out and resurface to the public.
And they did, and I think the joke was very tastefully done and very subtle, very quick, and one boom, funny, and move on. And then there was an award show. What was it? The Screen Actors Guild Awards recently, and they did not show to that, which is like fine. Like they made their public like, hey, we're not hiding,
right?
But it was a good event for them to be at, and there was so much going on that night but it's crazy. I'm still surprised that became one of the most memorable parts of the SNL
because everyone was like, when you see him, it was just like hit you in the face.
Yeah.
But you're right. If they went to the SAGs and they would have appeared again, that would have went super negative and blew it up. And like, look, what are they trying to do here?
Like they don't give a shit.
So I think I agree with Dax. Like they're playing it just right, and it is what it is.
I wonder whose idea that was, by the way.
What is
that? That's probably the writers.
I was wondering whose idea was to like, hey, be a part of it.
Maybe Ryan's.
Was Ryan's like, hey, we're gonna be, because he was he was able to be there because he was a guest host. But whose idea was it for him to like speak up? Did the SNL say, hey, we got this idea? Was it hit their PR company like, hey, can we be a part of this?
I'm sure they came to him.
They had to have.
But do they come to him or do they go to the publicist too? I'm curious how it goes down. Like, hey, we came up with this idea. Should we hit up Ryan? Hey, Ryan, I got this idea. Or do you go through the management team? Do you go through the publicist? And then do you have to run it by the lawyers?
I think they got to run it past everybody with that guy.
Supposedly, the invites for SNL 50 went out before all this happened, supposedly. And then also, apparently, there was a couple different jokes that they were talking about for his like one-liner. And then they probably, I would imagine.
On one. I'm assuming that's one of the producers probably has his phone number and is like, hey, we have an idea.
Let's lean into
what do you think? Because I don't think that could even translate through the publicist, because the publicist can be like, hell no.
Yeah.
Like, not a chance. But if you get into his ear and he's like, okay, this is kind of funny. All right, like, I'll do it.
What did Justin have to say about it? Did he ever have a statement about it? Like,
he's been very much like
very vocal.
Well,
his lawyer has been very vocal.
Well, he released an entire website devoted towards all the details, all the communication between him and Blake throughout production. So it's his way of saying, look, I'm not innocent, but I'm also not guilty of everything. Like, he embarrassed the hell out of himself by putting out the phone messages, by releasing every communication. Like, that's hard, but that's full.
He knew he had to though, because in Discovery that would have came out anyway.
They tried to play.
He's like we said this. He's doing the Johnny Depp route where you just put it all out there because what the hell? I can't lose anything else anymore, so put it out.
You might as well just put it out. That's what I think about it.
They did an angle where they're trying to play up the fact that he's a very passionate person, and apparently for his, I don't know if fiance or wife, but he made like a video for her for proposal, and it was a 27-minute long video. God. Of him dancing in a boy band, all this kind of stuff. 27 minutes long.
Guys, he's cringy as hell, but that doesn't mean he's a bad person. He's cringy.
That's what they're trying to like bring to light. Like, hey, he's very passionate. He's over the top, but
And a lot of actors are like that. A lot of actors are very like theatrical, and Adam made the funniest joke. He said when he left that like 7-minute message, he goes, he didn't leave her a message. He left her a podcast. It is true.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like
That
it's
was
7
so
minutes
weird. He
long.
just kept going like, I know I sound like crazy right now, but haha. And I'm like, this is like fucking cringe. Like, but she said she was breastfeeding too. So come in my freaking dressing room while I'm breastfeeding my tits out. You don't remember that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So that was like, all right, you're inviting this guy with your tit out. So it's like, all right, I wouldn't, if that looks bad on her part.
No, I think most people, myself included, are just over the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni. I mean, there's a certain level of people still being fascinated, but with every day a new story came out, I was like, oh, just let it end already. Be done.
I know. I mean, be done with it. And now Adam's going to be my matchmaker.
Listen, I will help you out, but you gotta be. Are you gonna be too dramatic, or are you gonna be cool?
I'll be cool. No, I'll be cool.
If I get you to an event, are you gonna show up on time?
I promise you I will.
Are you on the
That's
red carpet?
bullshit.
You'll
Yes.
be nice.
Not.
I'll be nice. I promise.
No, you are nice. I'm not worried about you not being nice.
I'm
I'm just
always
more
nice.
nervous
Adam,
about
just tell her the start time is 2 hours earlier.
Just buffer me.
Tell me, and I will buffer
He
her
buffers
the
me.
entire day.
It's great.
I buffered her today by an hour.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You said a half an hour.
Well, I
You
lied.
liar.
Well, look what happened. Like it's all I did was
It's
save
smart.
him an hour.
I mean, listen, it's smart, but you can buffer me. If you don't want to, that's fine.
No,
You can just-
I'll help you. Listen, I'm Team Angelina, but
Thank you.
be Team Adam too.
I am Team Adam.
Yes.
I'm Team you. 100. Literally, don't take it personally. That's just what I do. I have to change that. That's one big thing.
Makes
Like,
everybody wait equally.
I know. I don't mean to, and it's fucked up. And I have to get myself on a time schedule, and I have to maybe with this new house, good vibes. Everything will be changing.
Good vibes.
See, if we would have
Yeah.
set up this recording, we would have said, hey, be here 7 years ago. And then you would have been on time.
And then I would have been here like, I don't know.
She would have been sitting in the
Just on
parking lot
time.
waiting.
Right? But anyway, thank you guys for being here, and thank you guys so much. This was a great conversation, from porn to sex tapes
Yeah,
to
it's all good.
everything, the cast of the show and the show, and you guys, and knowing
love
you
it.
and everything. So thank you guys for being here, and welcome. Thank you guys for watching Hello Podcast, and stay tuned for the next one, guys. Thank you. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to Hello with me, Angeliners. As always, be sure to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review, and head over to patreon.com/AngelinaMTV for extended uncensored episodes where you could win fun goodies like signed headshots, note cards from our recordings. Follow us on Instagram at Hello Podcast for extra tea, and there's a lot of tea on there. Just letting you know, you guys are going to want to hear it. So follow me there. See you next time.